What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show. And today is the day, like I said, the DC Defenders, they come home and win a game. They win their home opener, and they win their second game of the season. They're now 1-1 on the season. The Defenders did a good job staying in there with the Roughnecks, especially when they jumped on them pretty early on. And the Defenders snagged the win, 23-18 against the Houston Roughnecks, in a very thrilling game. There's some things that I can tell when it comes to this Defenders team. They're gonna be in a fight for their lives. It's not gonna be a game this year. They're gonna be a team that is actually sitting up there, and they're gonna make a huge impact in this game, in this season. But there are some things that they need to fix and adjust to make sure that they don't end up in a situation where they're struggling to be better at something, especially when you're talking about this run game. The Defenders' run game, it really needs help. It needs a whole lot of help, because what's happening right now is that we're seeing the DC Defenders in a situation where they're constantly trying to battle back, but they don't have the running game to do that. So at this current moment right now, they need a running back that can actually make an impact. Because with Abram Smith out for the season, there's no way that this team is going to last, especially when it comes to the Fred Keiss offense. We all know that when it comes to Fred Keiss's offense, it's always better when there is, in fact, a running game. And if you don't sit up there and apply the running game properly, then they're going to be in a situation where they're never going to be quite right, because they're always going to be dealing with the fact that the running game is not there in this system, and they need the running game badly, especially when you're talking about not having the impact receivers that you're used to having. You know, you're used to having a Chris Blair, a Lucky Jackson, a Josh Hammond. You don't have those guys right now. Now, don't get me wrong, Ty Scott is playing well, along with Conti. He's playing well. I gotta find out what happened to Puka Williams, because he wasn't returning the ball, so I gotta find out if he was injured or if there's a problem or something like that. But again, the defense came up big. The defense did what it did last year. It for some reason at the beginning of games, I don't know if they're trying to feel out what the other team is doing, but they started out slow and then turned it on towards the end of the game, and turned it on big time, to the point at where they made sure that the Roughnecks were not going to make an impact in the fourth quarter, and they really shut the door on them. There was a chance for still a big play, but again, they made the play. Not only that, the defense made the play that changed the game. There was a play where the Houston Roughneck receiver set up there, ran across the middle, running back ran across the middle, wide open. I think it was Merritt. Merritt was wide open, came across the middle, caught the ball, and was in a big play. Then DeAndre Baker comes in, knocks the ball out of his hands. The ball goes into the hands of Gardner. Gardner returns the ball, and then after that, DC sits up there and they march back the other way. Converted a huge 4th and 7, which they absolutely needed. They needed that 4th and 7. Converted a huge 4th and 7. Then sat up there and threw a touchdown. Jordan Tiamu throws the touchdown to Ty Scott for the touchdown. Then converted the two-point conversion, throwing it to Ellis in the left side of the end zone. Man. I tell you, these games, this is the thing that I've always enjoyed about the UFL, is that these games never seem to be over. They're always you're on the edge of your seat every single time when it comes to this. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to still be one of those situations, because in fact, all the games this weekend were actually very, very close games, and we're all coming down to the wire. So again, it's what we're not getting in the NFL when it comes to the amount of excitement and the fact that the game is never really over, that we're getting in the UFL that we're not getting in the NFL. So again, very good win, very big way to capitalize. But again, they're going to have to go find a running back. I don't know if Philip Lindsay is in the NFL or if he's with another team, but they need to find a back like that. A back that can either be extremely dynamic and can run in between the tackles, or find a guy that could just be a guy that could just grind yardage, because they desperately need a running back. Like I said, Fred Keiss's offense is always better when there's balance to it. And right now they don't have a balance, especially with the running back. And here we are again, Jordan Tiamu's second game, another pick. This one was a pick six. Was the last one a pick six? No. But was it a pick six? I think this might be his second pick six. Now that I think about it, it's his second pick, and I think it's his second pick six. I think they ran it all the way back, if I can remember. I think they did. But either way, we can't depend on Jordan Tiamu to make that many plays, especially with no running game. So, and because D'Eriq King is not with us, we don't have that quarterback that can actually do it. I mean, McMillan might be able to do it, but it don't seem like McClendon. I think it's McClendon. He might be able to do it, but you don't really see them utilizing him right now. So, oh man, very, very, very good win for the DC Defenders. Stay undefeated, 10-0 at home. When it comes to Audi Field, they are the best team at home. We see it's a matchup of the XFL championship game next week on Saturday. The Defenders see the Renegades. They snatched one from us in that XFL championship. We were supposed to go undefeated and was supposed to be XFL champions. Did not get it, so we get to see them again. They're playing well, and eventually down the road we're going to see the Battlehawks again, which is our rivals. So again, like I said, big game, huge win. Glad to see the Defenders pull off the major upset. I mean, well, it wasn't an upset, but pull off the win. Because, they needed it. They needed this win. They needed everything that they could sit up there and muster. Like I said, Jordan Tiamu, this is his second year in this offense. And the fact that he still hasn't quite gauged it that well, or is running it as efficiently as you would want him to, for some reason, he's just throwing the ball really quickly or trying to throw it really quickly, and he's putting himself in very weird situations. So I want Tiamu to take better care of the ball. I really do. Again, that pick six was devastating at the beginning of the game. I thought that might have been the thing that changed the game. Early in the game, they had a block. They had a block punt. Went for naught because Tiamu threw the pick. You know, they get a turnover. Tiamu throws a pick. The pick goes back for a pick six. Some of y'all may know Eller. He was on the Washington Commanders team. So, but again, like I said, very good game, big impact, exciting game. Glad to see that the Defenders won. Glad to see that they're moving along. Again, like I said, this is going to be a big season for them because they don't have a running game. So listen out for that for y'all who do follow the Defenders. Listen out to see if you hear stuff in regards to them picking up running backs or that they're trying out running backs, because they do desperately need a running back in the room to make an impact in this game, because if they don't, we're going to be in a world of trouble if by some chance they do not find a running back to balance this offense, because right now we just don't have it. We don't have the running game, and the receivers are okay, but they're not great. So again, like I said, it's going to have to come down to that. But like I said, y'all tell me what y'all think. How do y'all feel about this upcoming Defenders game? Are you more on the positive side, where you feel like they are going to come out and win like they were last year? Or are you more like, hey, this offense worries me a little bit because it's missing key components? So y'all tell me what y'all think. Other than that, this has been your man, John Fortune, and this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.